everybody, yes, me again. Welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who don't know, I'm Tina. Hi. Yes, I forgot I need to adjust the straps on the shirt, which I'll do once I get done with this video. So what we doing today? We're doing one of those kits I got from Five Below like 3-4 months ago. Yep, I decided we should paint one of these. Now, I think I'm going to do the rose, and I'm going to do it in a pink and a purple instead of the reddish, orangish, yellow color. So we're going to go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. I'm also going to put some glitter on it once I get done painting it, and then I'm going to put some Mod Podge on it so that it doesn't come off. Yeah, so I will be back once I get the tape off this thing. Yes, I will. Okay. That took a good hot minute to get that off, that tape. So we're going to open it up and see what's inside. And this is what we're seeing. Yeah, I got a cheap paintbrush. These are ceramic, which is cool. Let me go ahead and pick it up so you can see it. Yeah, a nice little dish, and here's the daisy, and then whatever that is. And it does come with paint, but I'm not using the paint that it came with, but I will keep it for when I want to like mix my own colors. I can use that. Yes, I can. So I'm going to put the ones here back in the box for a future video, and we'll see how this one's going to work. Now, I don't think I will need to paint it white, or maybe I should because it is ceramic. It might suck up, you know, the paint, and then I'll have to put more than one coat on. So I think I will start with, you know, just a basic white so that it doesn't suck up all my paint. So I'm using one of my new paint brushes that I got from Five Below. These are nice ones. So we'll bring you on down so you can see my messy table. Come on down. Yes. Okay, let's get started. Yep, I got my purple mat down. Yeah, I got the table cleared up, and then I got a whole bunch more stuff on it, so. Story of my life. Yes, it is. So we're just going to go ahead and put a quick coat of white on here so it doesn't suck up all my colors. Just try to make sure it's flat, and I don't want no big lumps of paint. Big clumps. Yeah, it's almost getting towards the bottom of this. We're going to have to get a new one soon. But because I use white so much as, you know, to cover up, you know, for a base coat, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. So, that's why I buy a big thing of it. I don't think it matters what kind of paint you use when you're doing this kind of stuff, unless it's, you know, fabric paint then. This is just acrylic paint, so I don't think it matters when it comes to crafts, or if you use it to paint your doors. I don't think it matters, but I'm not a paint expert. If you think it does, or if you have, you know the reason why it would, let me know down in the comments. I don't think it would, but I'm no paint expert either. No, I am not. Here's a quick little cover up with the white. Make sure there's no clumps or lines in the paint. We do not want clumps, because then they would show up big time. Yeah, they would. The only problem is painting on white with white is hard to see what you've done and what you haven't. I can't tell. But I think it'd be fine to paint the other side because it does have a rim on it. So we will go ahead and get her done. Yep. Get her done. Yep. That's my dog making noise because she likes to bark. Might have had a delivery or something. That might be what she's barking at. No telling. I think I'm going to pick it up so I'm not getting paint all over the table. But, yep, I will do this. Paint it. If I put another coat on it, a couple coats. And then when it's time to color, paint it with some colors, we'll come back. Oops, don't want to break it or crack it. And it got all over my fingers, so. We'll be back. Bye. Hello everybody. Yeah, I kind of wonked my hair. This clip here, because it has two clips here and then two clips back here, and the one here it broke, so I sewed a new one on. But now this one over here broke, so I'm hoping it's staying down. I put some extra, you know, what do you call it? Bobby pins in, trying to hold it in place, but yeah, I think it's getting time to actually replace this hair. I need to go online. I mean, it's still good hair. I just need to replace the clips because they are old clips. I've had this hair probably 3-4 years, so yeah, it's no surprise. You know, you're doing that thing with those clips every, you know, not every day, but quite often. That, you know, they are bound to break eventually. But anyways. Yep, I went ahead and I painted both sides with the white. It's dry. So now we're going to go in. I'm thinking I'm going to do the whole thing in purple and then blend in some of the pink on the bottom, kind of like how the picture is, but instead of the orange and yellow, I'm going to do the purple and then a touch of the pink on the bottom. And then I might go in because it did come with gold. So I might go in and do like gold around the edges of it like it is here. So let's go ahead, bring you on down so you can watch me paint. Fun. Yeah, we're going to do some painting. I got my paintbrush. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to paint it all the way down except for like right here at the bottom where I'll leave it empty for the pink. So let's do some shaking. Shake. And we're using lavender sachet. I think that's how you say it. Sachet. I was going to pull it up from the sides. It's going to be pretty. And it definitely won't take long to paint it. Because now that I've done it with the white, it's not gonna, the ceramic's not gonna suck up all the color. But it probably will still need more than one coat. Yep. Which is fine. It's fine and dandy. Then I gotta try to see if I can do some blending. I've never blended colors in my life, so how hard is that going to be? It's probably harder than it looks. It's probably something that takes practice, but I'll do my best. I will do my best on doing it. But of course I wanted to use my two favorite colors. Well, I have more than two favorite colors. I would say my top, I love all things pastel. I would say pastels are my favorite. But my top favorite is purple, pink, and mint green. Yes. But I definitely love anything pastel. So I'm trying to make sure there's no clumps of paint. Okay, we got the first thing of purple done. I wonder if it'll let me go ahead and do, another layer on there even though it's still wet. I wonder how far down I gotta go. Pretty far. And of course I'll just do the other side off camera. Because I doubt you want to watch me painting for an hour. I'm sure that would get boring. Oh, we got a clump here. Get off of there. Get off my brush. Make sure these edges are not clumped. Yep, now I gotta let it dry because me trying to paint it while it's still wet, it's kind of like brushing the paint off that I've already done. Yes. I'm gonna try and put some of this pink on and see what happens, how crappy I can make it. Let's see what happens. First I gotta wash off the purple. Okay, we're going to see just how difficult it is to blend two colors without it looking really crappy. I thought this pink would look really pretty with the purple. So let's see how this is going to look. I wanted the brush to be a little wet. I thought that would help it blend. But you see, I don't know anything about blending. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's not looking too bad. Let me rinse this off again so that I can get rid of more water. Because I don't want to get a whole bunch of paint on my towel here. Not that it matters. I just want to kind of... Yeah, I'm probably going to have to let the pink dry. gonna make sure I don't have any clumps. I think it'll be just fine. Yes. So I'm gonna let this dry, and we'll come back once the pink's dry so that we can do some more touch-ups. Yes, so I will see you then. Bye. Oops. Yeah, hi everybody. I just noticed I don't have any lipstick on, so let us rectify that. There we go. Okay, we are back, and hopefully to put a finish on this video of doing the little trinket boxes that I got from Five Below. I'm going to show you, I have the boxers still. This is the box that shows the little thingies that we are going to finish painting. So I'm going to bring you on down because I did finish 2 of them. But I'm going to bring it down so we can finish the last one. I did get it all painted. You can see the back here. The reason why the front isn't matching the back is because I did paint the front with this color, but for some reason it got all clumpy and nasty. I had to wait for it to dry. Then I sanded it and got it down smooth again. And I didn't have enough of this color to do the front. Yep, I just dropped it. Luckily, I didn't break it or chip it. So, but as you can see, as I'm bringing you in close, it still isn't smooth like this side is. I'm not sure why it turned out so bad, but no, you gotta do what you gotta do. I was hoping to do this one in this color because it's really pretty. Another issue I had while painting this one with this color is, if you can look really closely, you can see how see-through it is. That was another issue I was having on this side. I would paint it and I would have to put another coat on it and then another coat because it was just see-through. It was very transparent. And so, and finally I was like, okay, this ain't working. I sanded it off again. I sanded it off again, and I'm like, I'm not going to have enough of that purple color, which is this one here. If you can look, you can see that it is pretty empty. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go and use my acrylic paints to paint it. And so I painted it with that, and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so bad. It looked terrible, and of course it didn't match the bottom either. And so I sanded that off. I was having a hard time with this, and so I sanded that off, and I went in with the kind of coral color, orangish, pinkish color. And that is where we are now. And I used the purple on the back to do the little flowers in the middle, hoping to kind of pull it together that way. And so we're going to finish this one so we can put an ending on this video. Yes, I did a lot of painting off screen for the purpose of, because there was a lot to paint, and I didn't think you would want to watch me painting for 24 hours. Yeah, it would have taken that long to do them all, having to do second coats, third coats, letting them dry, etc., etc. So I'm going to bring you on down so we can finish this one, and then I'll show you the other 2 that I had finished. They're dry, they're perfect, they're ready. They're ready to go. Where they're going to go, I don't know yet, but they're little, put your jewelry on them and stuff. But yeah, come on down. Come on down so we can finish this one. Yes. Okay, hopefully you are close enough. I'm going to bring you on down more. I have my little legs up, so I'm just going to unhook them so it comes down even closer. There we go. That's better. Okay, so we got, I don't think it needs any more coats. I don't think I have enough to put more coats on it. It'll have to be good like this. Yep, I'm using one of my pretty paintbrushes. I've been using the heck out of this. Yes, I have, and we're going to be using the gold to give it some accents. It's not going to be perfect, but I love this gold. It's really shimmery and shiny. And so we're just going to, actually, I think I'm going to use a different paintbrush. I cut this paintbrush off because it was starting to fray, and so I decided to cut it. And I cut it down too far. I cut it down too far on one side of it. And I was like, well, I guess I'm going to have to cut the rest. But it makes good for, doing those little, detailed kind of paints. And that's what we're doing. We're going to do some details. We're going to put some gold, around the edges here. And then we're also going to, do the middle of this flower. So let's get started. Let me get my glasses. I don't have them. Oh, here they are. I found them. Now I can see what I'm doing. So we're just going to kind of carefully touch in some of that gold, and you'll see how pretty it is. And it doesn't have to be perfect. This just needs to give it a little bit of a dimension to make it look really pretty. Yeah, and so we'll go to the next part. The one thing I am not is good with my hands. They shake really bad. They shake really bad, so I don't expect it to be perfect. But as I always say, there's nothing in my house that is perfect, so it'll match my decor. It will match. Isn't this gold beautiful? I love it. Yeah, I went to my mom's. She was having a yard sale. They're having a citywide yard sale. And so I went down to spend some time with her, and she kept handing stuff off to me. She was like, do you want this? Do you want this? I'm like, heck yeah. I like free stuff. And so I got a whole bunch of stuff which I kept in a box behind me, which I plan on doing a video. So, yep, you can expect that in a future video, yes. Isn't that beautiful gold accents? And I want to do like around the very edges of the plant. I'm just going to do a little touch. And this brush is perfect because you can do those little accents and keep it kind of where you want it to be. Yeah, I'll definitely be using this gold paint on other projects because it is just so pretty. I already used it on one of my other projects I've been painting, which you'll see in my video where I showed you stuff that I got from my mom's sale, because I got it from her sale. Yes, I did. They're cute little salt and pepper shakers. But I was like, it was an old, the painting was old, it was cracked. And I was like, I need to do an updo on these. And so that's what I did. I'm still working on it. I might film some of the process because I've only done a little bit of the painting for that particular project. Yeah, if you hear that noise in the background, that's my fan. It's hot out here. It's hot out there, and I got a noisy fan. Eventually, I'll buy a new one. Mainly because it makes a lot of noise while I'm filming. Yeah, we're almost done. And just kind of blend it in a little bit. Just makes it so pretty. I'm going to do it very carefully around the edges of this flower. Carefully. Yep, need to concentrate really hard. I know I already said it, but I love this gold color. I might buy the kit again. Well, first I'm going to see if I can find this shimmery gold by itself. See if I can find it somewhere to buy it. Because it is just so pretty. Put a little bit of gold on these inside flowers. Try not to get it on the purple ones. Yeah, my daughter, I don't know if you can hear it, but my daughter's out there watching her shows. Yeah, she loves Nerdy Crafter. I don't know if you've ever heard of her. If not, you should go check her out because she is hilarious, and she does like reviews on craft kits and stuff. And usually when I'm out here doing my videos and stuff, I'll ask my daughter, I'll give her the choice, I was like, do you want to watch this, being the Smurfs? And I was like, or do you want to watch that? Which was Nerdy Crafter, and she chose that. She wanted to watch Nerdy Crafter. I was surprised she chose it over the Smurfs. I was like, okay. Yep, she likes Nerdy Crafter. Okay, I think we're done. I think we are finished. Let's find my cloth so I can wipe this off. And I made a rhyme because I'm awesome like that. I am just awesome like that. So we're gonna bring you on closer. I'll bring it up closer to you so you can see the pretty gold highlights on it. Isn't it gorgeous? And I'll show you the other two. Let's get this closed. There we go. I'll show you the other two I did off camera. This was the one I started on camera with. I think I was using the purple. I didn't like how it turned out. I can't remember what color I used to paint it, but yep, I went through and repainted it, and then I did the gold on here, and I think it turned out so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? And there's the bottom of it. And then here is the blue one that I did off camera. It has all the pretty gold highlights on it. I think it turned out gorgeous. I just love how the gold highlights turned out. I think it's beautiful. So I'm going to bring you back up. Hello. I'm going to bring you back up. Just try not to cut off the top of my head. And we'll do a little thumbnail of the... Try not to smudge the new paint. Did I do a thumbnail? Okay, good enough. But yeah, you'll have to let me know which one is your favorite. This one, I guess, is number one. Is number one your favorite? Number two. I love how that gold turned out. I think I did a really good job. And this one, number three. I think this one would be a daisy. This one, a tulip. And this one I have no idea. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. You'll have to let me know down in the comments if you know what flowers they are. I know this one is the tulip. But yeah, my favorite, I think the tulip's my favorite. I think that one turned out the cutest. My second would be the one we just did. And then this one would be my least. But okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have a question or a comment, you could just leave them down below. If you enjoyed the video, why not give it a little thumbs up? And if you haven't subscribed, you will find my picture. It's going to be right over there. You could click on it. Click on it if you would like to subscribe. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Just hands. Bye.